Bars is back. Sam and oh God, what's up with?
Attention all my business owners, if you would like to advertise your business right before each video that we do here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, make sure you email us right now. Advertise at hiphopun.com. Advertise at hiphopun.com. Ask about our holiday specials.
Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side. And you heard
Alright, so just a quick message, man. Let's talk about Gangsta Boo, passing away. What sources are saying was possibly fentanyl. I think what people got to understand about this whole fentanyl thing is that it's a very, very serious. It's almost like this is probably one of the worst times to be an addict. And no disrespect to her or anybody, but it's just like, people that were using, you always have the risk of getting something bad, right? But usually it'll be like, you just took too much of something, like you took too much dope, or now it's just like you have a habit, you take what you take, and people are putting this illicit stuff in there. And see, the thing about it is that, like, certain people, everybody has different tolerance levels, right? So, your tolerance level might be higher than the next person's tolerance level. So they may get the fentanyl one time, whether it be in a perk, whether it be, in dope, whatever. And they may get the high of their life and say, oh, this is some good stuff. And then the next time, or the next person, that'll kill them, right? So people, so it's almost like anybody who's ever, like, I've never been a drug dealer, but I definitely knew drug dealers, right? And obviously, that they will cut it down. They'll cut their stuff down. They'll cut their drugs down, or whatever the case may be. Baking soda, whatever they want to use, to stretch it and, turn, an 8 into a whatever, you know what I mean? Or whatever they could do to it. We ain't got to get into the numbers, and that's what people will do. So if you got something super potent, you can cut it down a little bit to try to, double your profit on it. If you bought something for $5, you're trying to make, 10 or 12 $5 off that joint, right? The problem, and it's a problem, obviously, the whole thing is a problem, but the problem comes in is that this substance is like maybe like 200, or I don't want to say the wrong numbers, but just way more powerful than heroin, way more powerful than morphine. You figure this is something that they give cancer patients. And we had Judge Joe Brown. He talked about when he was actually battling cancer, and they gave him, like he said, like a patch or something to put, on his extremities, and it's like a time release patch that releases, this pain med to heal you of the pain. So it's meant to be used in a controlled way. However, you could still die. Now, when you take this stuff, people are getting high and whatnot, but you're getting high to the point where you just fall asleep and you die. Your breathing comes so shallow, you get so relaxed, your respiratory shut down, and you pass away. I know a few people who passed away. I know people who almost passed away from this. So I'm saying all this to say this is very, very serious. It's serious, and it's coming in, from all these different places. And, they really got to, if they really care, they really got to do something about this. They really have to do something, about this, right? Now, my recommendation would be stop getting high. Stop getting high, especially. I understand that some people need medication for certain things. I would never tell you to not take your medication. But if you're not getting your medication from a doctor, because you're going to have people come here and say, oh, doctors is this and, pharmacia. And okay, all right, I get all that. But if you're taking something for blood pressure, diabetes, pain, anxiety, until you're able to wean yourself off of that successfully under medical, guidance and under medical supervision, then you continue to take your medications, right? You continue to do that. Don't trust the street stuff. And people even say it about the marijuana at this point. Don't trust the street stuff. Don't trust it. Don't trust the local dealer. Don't trust Pookie, Ray Ray, Timothy. These dudes that you think that you known for 30, 40, whatever. Don't trust them, right? Because I guarantee you they're not responsible enough to test and all that type of stuff. At least when you're getting over, and I'm not saying that getting over the counter is going to be better, but at least when you're getting over the counter, you know what you're getting. You know that if I'm going to Rite Aid or Walgreens or wherever, if I'm getting something that says this on it, this is what it is. It may not be good short-term, long-term for you, but this is what it is. When you're buying something off the street, you don't know what the hell is in it. And it could cost you your life. It could cost you your life. And it's sad, man. It's 43 years old, and, I get it. I get it. And any community, as a human being, people are dealing with stuff. People are struggling, man. I'm not going to sit up on no pedestal or nobody say, oh, it's like, she may have had a habit. Okay. She may have had that. Who knows what she was dealing with? I'm not here to, judge her. I'm not here to do that. All I'm saying is for the next person out there, you may have a habit. You may be dealing, you may be battling and trying to get through it. Don't just get out of the streets. Go get some help, for one, and get out of the streets. And it ain't something that's going to happen like, oh, I'm going to get help tonight. Maybe some people will. But for the majority or the few that are going to hear this, you're probably going to go get it again. You're probably on it now. Or going to get it tomorrow morning, whatever the case may be. All I'm saying is just be responsible. It's to the point where you don't know what's in this stuff, man. Even with the marijuana, you just don't know. You don't know. People doing coke, dope, all that. You don't know what's in it. I remember back in the day, they had the Molly capsules and, E's, double stack, triple stacks, quad stacks. And, as a recreational thing, people would do that. Right? And back then, you really didn't know. You was kind of like, just like trusting the experience of others. Oh, yeah, you took that, dog? How was it? Oh, dog, that shit was crazy. I was rolling for, you know what I mean? That's just real talk. That joint was crazy. But then, nowadays people is, I don't get the psychology of a dealer, right? Who is going to put something in their package to kill people, bro. Ain't it supposed to be that, ain't it supposed to be that you're trying to retain the customer? That's bad business. But then I also hear that, and I don't know if this is true or not, maybe y'all can let me know in the comment section, right? That if people find out, like let's just say if something was stamped, right? Morgue, or when I mean stamp, I mean sometimes stamps come on different things, right? And they stamp it body count or, guaranteed morgue or, I don't know, whatever, ambulance, heart attack, whatever the case may be, right? Whatever, you know what I mean? And people come with some crazy names, right? And people begin to find out, fiends begin to find out, oh, this person passed away. They want that. Very serious thing. And I'm saying just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be very careful. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo, 3-6 Mafia.